licensed games. Whoa! You know, honestly, I kind of miss movie licensed games. Back when games didn't have hyperinflated budgets and took 5+ years to make, you know, it'd be pretty common to have like a movie tie-in licensed video game. But because they were solely made to advertise a movie, most of them sucked. Like really bad. Abysmal dog shit. Just the worst. Thus began the era of the movie licensed video game stigma. Ooh, movie licensed game. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Oh, is that a movie licensed game? I ain't touching that shit. Get that shit out of my face, bitch. Yes, most of these games were pretty bad, but I think we, as gamer boys and girls, owe a lot to movie licensed video games. I feel like oftentimes, since there were so many movie licensed games, there's always some kind of mechanic or gameplay loop that just doesn't feel good. It kind of lets you compare and contrast between different games of what things worked well and what things didn't, and allows developers to take those ideas as inspiration and maybe fix them up and then make them to what they probably should have been in the first place. And I feel like one of the games that kind of just doesn't hit the mark in a few aspects but has a lot of really good ideas is Batman Begins. All right, everybody, get in the Batmobile. We're checking out Batman today. Batman, bitch. The game starts with clips that are just ripped straight from the Batman Begins movie. I love it when movie licensed games do this. Like, instead of just remaking the scenes from the movie in engine, they're just like, fuck it, just put some of the movie in there.
But fear followed me home.
Anyway, the game starts with a pretty cool scene, honestly, of Batman swooping in and beating the shit out of some thugs until...
What the hell is a Batman?
Pretty quickly, you realize that they actually brought in the cast from the movie to reprise their role for the characters in the game.
Batman. Fascinating. I'd kill for a look inside of your head. But luckily, I've got my patience to do that for me.
Which is like another thing that movie licensed games do sometimes that I think is kind of charming. Especially the Raimi Spider-Man movie games.
I've been thinking about what you said the other night.
Watch out! I'll get to Spider-Man 2 someday, and it'll be like an hour long. Okay, on to the actual game. Batman Begins is an action-adventure game that primarily switches between combat sections and stealthy exploration. When not in combat, you're just kind of running around to your next objective in fairly linear levels. There's no, like, full exploration and backtracking like Arkham Asylum or anything like that. But honestly, I don't really notice how linear it is because it's fun. It's a fun game. Now, here's where I fucked up. Because I was pretty well versed into this game, having played it a million times as a kid, and me being a grown-ass man now, I set the difficulty to challenging, thinking that, oh, you know, how hard could it possibly be? I couldn't be any more incorrect, actually. Fuck! I'll get to why when I talk about the combat later, but don't do it. I recommend not doing that. Anyway, the thing that I like about Batman Begins is that every room is kind of like a puzzle that you have to solve. What do I mean? Well, the game has a very simple philosophy. If an enemy has a gun and they see you, you will die. That's it. That's the philosophy. So your goal then is to take out all of the armed guards and then deal with the rest of them afterwards. Are you seeing the similarities yet between these two? Are you? Do you get it? But where Batman Begins stands out from the Arkham games is how you accomplish that task. In the Arkham games, it's usually more about using the tools that you have as Batman to either get around or above enemies to dispatch them one by one. And getting spotted is not usually a death sentence because you can do the smoke pellet and kind of run away and try again. This is not the case in Batman Begins. It doesn't fucking work. In Batman Begins, you do have tools at your disposal, but they're not really helpful if someone spots you. Which means if you mess up, you will die. That's it. Sometimes you can stealth take down the guards one at a time, or conveniently the armed guard is like away from the rest of them, so you can just kind of take them out and then deal with them. But there's a lot of times in Batman Begins where everybody is armed and there's no clear way to deal with it. This is where this game's unique fear mechanic comes in. You see, when enemies get spooked, they drop their guns. And the main way to spook enemies is by interacting with your environment. Using your batarang to set off steam pipes, hacking into a crane to drop a box of drugs on them, or even like knocking over a dinosaur fossil at a museum. God, that's so cool.
What the hell? What in the name of...
The only thing that kind of sucks is that it's pretty much mandatory to clear whatever room you're in. Like, if there's something to interact in the environment, you have to use it. Like, there's no way to not do it. Would have been cool if you had some, like, options, but, you know, whatever. It's fun. This fear mechanic is used in combat, too. The better you perform in combat and the more finishing moves you use, the more the rest of the guys who are left are gonna get spooked. It's the Batman! Go get him, Gary! fuck this, man, I'm out. There's just something really satisfying about convincing your enemies that you are more terrifying than death itself. And when you beat a room full of thugs and then the last guy is just fetal position in the corner, you get like this cool little special move thing that you do. This is neat. But that being said, the worse you do in combat, obviously they're not afraid of you, and then it doesn't matter. It encourages you to be good at the game, I guess. I don't know if I know of any other game that has this kind of mechanic, where you're trying to convince enemies that you are this frightening thing and scaring the bejesus out of them. Does anyone else know? I can't think of any. Despite all the cool things that I just said, don't worry, yeah, the game does have its problems. The main issue that I have with combat is that enemies block way too much. There are a few ways around it. You can do this really slow punch that breaks their guard. You can also do one of these cool like vault attack things, and you can even use like a gadget that makes them vulnerable. This works at first, but then the enemy just starts immediately blocking again. And since the gadgets are limited in supply and the guard break is super slow, which means it can be interrupted by everybody else, the most effective tactic is to just keep doing the vault attack over and over. And this is where playing on challenging is awful. On challenging difficulty, enemies have more health, which only exasperates this problem. If enemies went down in like 5 hits or something, this wouldn't be that big of a deal. But since they take like 6 combos to kill one enemy, it takes a long time and it's not very fun. So I recommend playing it on easy or normal or something. Just not challenging. It's too much. It's too much, man. You thought I was done talking about the issues with the game? Wrong! Incorrect! In combat, Batman feels like he moves way too fast and also too slow at the same time. And I know that's weird, but just look at this. This dude is like beating me. Like, look, why? Catch him. Catch him. Just hit him. The lock-on camera, like, switches targets randomly when I didn't tell it to do that. And it's really annoying when I'm, like, in a combo with someone and then just, whoop, switch to... Stop it. I didn't say to do that. Batman can block too, and it's super clunky and, like, not worth it. You have, like, a counter that is really deceptive in what its hitbox is, but it doesn't do that much damage. It's good for, like, knocking someone on the ground, but then you gotta wait for them to get back up. And then they'll be blocking again, so it doesn't matter, dude. And besides a few gadgets like the smoke thing and the flashbang, there's not really a good way of dealing with like a large crowd of people. Like, especially on challenging, there were many times where I just died because I was holding block and was getting stun locked to death. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Obviously, the combat system in the Arkham games is vastly superior to this in just about every way, but you can even see how it is similar, like just by looking at it, you know? It's kind of there, sort of. There's not much else to say about Batman Begins. Like, I don't know. There's like Batmobile levels, which the only notable thing about them is when you just drive straight through a car. The Bat computer just says no casualties. Yeah, okay. Keep telling yourself that, Bruce. Anyway, that's it. My hyperfixation is over. I'm going to go away now. I like this game. I remember it fondly. It has problems. I like the fear mechanic. Someone tell me about a game that has a fear mechanic like this because I would very much like to play. Anyway, my name is Ivan Gallion. Like, comment, subscribe. What's your favorite movie license game? Leave it down in the comments below. Mine's Spider-Man 2. So don't say that one. You can't say that one. That one's mine. No one else can have that favorite but me. Bye-bye. See you later.